In 2011, Latoya Ammons and her 3 children moved into a small rental home in Gary, Indiana, hoping for a fresh start. Instead, they walked straight into hell. The horror began with flies, hundreds of them, swarming their porch in the dead of winter, buzzing, crawling, never stopping. No matter how many they killed, more came. Then came the sounds, heavy footsteps stomping through the house at night, dragging noises from the basement, whispering voices that slithered through the walls. Then it got worse. At first, it was the kids. They started talking to something that wasn't there. The youngest, just 7 years old, sat in a dark corner, mumbling to an invisible presence. When Latoya asked who he was talking to, he turned to her, his eyes distant, his face expressionless. The tall man with red eyes. Then, the nightmares bled into reality. The children woke up screaming, clawing at their own skin, as if something unseen was biting them. Bruises and scratches appeared overnight. One night, Latoya woke to a blood-curdling shriek. She ran to her daughter's room and froze in terror. Her daughter was floating. Her body hovered above the bed, stiff, her face twisted in pain. Latoya screamed, shaking her, but the girl wouldn't wake up. Then, with a violent force, she crashed onto the mattress, waking with a ragged gasp. The family sought help from churches, but many dismissed them, until one priest finally listened. "This house is infested," he said, his voice grim. "You're dealing with something ancient." A caseworker and police officers investigated, thinking it was all in their heads. They left pale-faced. One of the boys had walked backward up a wall. He climbed the wall and flipped over his grandmother, landing on his feet without a single muscle moving unnaturally. The caseworker ran from the room, screaming that she would never return. The final straw came when a dark force grabbed Latoya. Invisible hands wrapped around her throat, squeezing until she saw spots. The room filled with a rotten stench, sulfur, decay, something worse. Her body convulsed, her voice changed. Something else was inside her. A priest performed 3 exorcisms. During the last one, Latoya's body twisted unnaturally, her eyes rolling back as a deep, guttural voice poured from her lips. Then silence. The family ran. They left everything behind, never looking back. The house was later demolished. But some say the demons never left. They're still out there, waiting for their next home.